I don't think we should be surprised by the chaos. I don't think we should be surprised by the scuffles. There are a huge number of people trying to show their respects, trying to show their anguish at the loss of Benazir Bhutto. Her political party had said that she had a huge popular power base of support. That is what we're witnessing today, and it's worth remembering as well that while we may see tens if not hundreds of thousands of people at our ancestral home for a burial, there are many millions across the country, according to her party, who feel just as fervently, just as anguished about her death, who are not able to make it to this remote ancestral home. This is a moment for her political party to lay to rest a great leader, but it is also a moment that's going to leave them with multiple challenges, and the leading challenge for them is going to be to find a replacement for Benazir Bhutto. They say that they can do that. They say they can do it quickly. They say that it needs to be somebody who's strong. But this outpouring, this popular outpouring of support, the thousands, the hundreds of thousands of people who are making their way to an ancestral home, an indication of her charismatic leadership, an indication of how popular Benazir Bhutto was. Adrian?
Until yesterday, the course was more or less set for those elections on January the 8th, the elections that were seen by both people there in Pakistan and many in the West, Nick, as a way of bringing some sort of stability to Pakistan. Can they do that now? Will they go ahead?
Well, the other former Prime Minister who returned from exile not long after Benazir Bhutto, Nawaz Sharif, has said if the government insists on going through with the elections in less than 2 weeks on January the 8th, then this is a path to chaos for the country. It is a time of political calculation. It is also a time of high emotion in the country. We've already seen people killed. We've seen banks destroyed and burnt, public utilities, public vehicles burnt and destroyed by crowds that are angry about Benazir Bhutto's death, crowds that are blaming it on the government, blaming her death on the government of Pervez Musharraf, and are taking it out on government institutions. The government is trying very hard to keep law and order at this time, but it would seem very, very difficult to hold free, fair and open and inclusive elections, the type of elections that will foster a future democracy that the West and many countries, and indeed many Pakistanis, hope can be held in Pakistan. It would seem a very difficult period for those to be held. We've yet to see which direction the Pakistani People's Party, Benazir Bhutto's party, will choose to go, whether or not they will decide that it is in their interest to go for elections, to have those elections now because of the outpouring of support and anguish that they're witnessing today. Adrian?
Given all of that, Nick, what's the likelihood of military rule being reimposed?
So far, that hasn't happened. That does seem to be by a degree of pressure that's being put on President Musharraf not to impose martial law. There will be mounting pressure if there is continued and growing violence in Pakistan. There will be mounting pressure on him to declare a state of emergency, to put the military and the security forces back in control of the country as he did just a few months ago. But at the moment, that doesn't seem to be happening. It does seem to be in part because of international pressure. But I don't think at this stage it can be ruled out.